So, hello everyone, this is Fernie again with part 2 of my Halo 1 Legendary tutorial. So part 2 starts with Assault on the control room, but before I go into that level, I wanted to briefly mention something that I forgot to mention on Truth or Reconciliation for the RNG room, another method. It's a relatively new method, so that's probably why I forgot about it. And it's actually an extremely consistent method. And it's probably one of the best methods to use. So let me go into that really quick, and then we will get into Assault on the control room after that. So this is the save right here. So this is the RNG room.
That's the locked door down
and
there.
basically the strat is to fall down, come over to the spots, jump on it, and basically just shoot. And the elite will appear over by the door and open it for you. And that happens practically every single time. For some reason, when you shoot up there, the elite gradually moves over here and just stands in this corner while you are shooting. Now, let me do that a few more times.
Wait, that's the locked door down there. The Marines are waiting on the other side. The controls to open it must be somewhere in this
So the elite is like in the middle of the room, and he runs all the way over and opens the door for you. So this is an extremely consistent method. I have never missed it yet. Like, the elite always goes over there. But one thing to note is that you need to shoot the entire time. Like, you can't shoot like a few times and then stop.
The Marines are waiting on the other side. The controls to open it must
Like,
be
see the elite there? If I shoot then stop and go over by the door, the elite will stop. You need to keep shooting for him to go over by the door. So I guess it's anywhere in this general area, but this box is a lot more.
The controls to open it must be somewhere in this room.
Well, I guess you can stay down here for some extra cover as well. And the elite goes over there, because here's what happens when you start shooting. The enemies might get scared for a second, but then they will focus on you. And most notably, the jackals will focus on you. If I can find one. Like, the grunts run away scared, while the jackals aren't.
Wait, that's the locked door down
See,
there.
the jackals are basically shooting at me, and the grunts are running away, afraid. So when you do this trick, you want to keep in mind like where the jackals are. You want to make sure none are in your view. And then do that. So basically, stay in this corner right here, so you block off like this part of the room. You're safe from that part of the room. You're also safe from up top, basically. So you only have to worry about here. So if you see a jackal, I would just start shooting at the jackal to sort of like stun it, so it doesn't shoot at you as much. And then you can kind of strafe behind the pillar if you need to.
The Marines are waiting on the other side.
Like right here. So if there's a jackal in sight, just like shoot at it. And then I guess you can't strafe. The elite will go in a different place. So stay right in that corner until the elite goes over here. I just did this like 4 times, and it happened every time. Now that's partly because the enemy spawns were the same every time, but this also works with any elite positioning. But if the elite is like all the way over here, you're gonna have to be shooting a while until he comes over. But this is a really good strat. I would recommend practicing it a few times before you do it in a run for real, just to get a feel for how the enemies are going to react. This is a very good strat. It was found by Sliding Ghost. And if you go on HaloRuns.com and just like look on the runners list, he is all the way near the top, because he has a lot of speedruns for all. How many Halo games are there? Like 6? All 6 Halo games. I'm pretty sure he has speedruns for it, and he loves finding strats for areas that are difficult to runners. So this was a really, really, really good strat that he found. So honestly, I am really happy that he found this because it makes this room so much easier, especially if you don't get a checkpoint. But basically, I would recommend this strat over every other strat except the getting the God door, like if the grunt is over there, or if you get the elite just like walking over here and opening the door in random circumstances. But if you don't get those two, I would definitely do this strat. It just works really well. Just overcharge and snipe him to kill him because he does have a chance of following you down this hallway. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this strat. It's very good and I highly recommend it. Okay, so now let's get into the 5th level, Assault on the Control Room. Okay, so this is another unskippable cutscene you need to wait through. So this level has one of the big 4 tricks, namely the bridge fall. And basically there's action for like a minute and a half in this level, and then it's totally barren of enemies. Make a core save here. Now when you get out, you get a checkpoint. But I want to make a core save before that checkpoint. So basically for newer runners, I would recommend throwing 3 frag grenades just so the elites don't troll you. Basically your priority, basically the amount of enemies here are 2 elites and like 6 grunts, I believe. Yeah, 6 grunts and 2 elites. So the 2 elites come out way before the grunts, so you want to focus on them first, and they're also very difficult to deal with when you don't have a plasma weapon. So when you get out of the ship, I usually throw a frag grenade when I get to like this point right here, like right before the shadow ends, like right around here. I throw a grenade about like there. So the grenade goes in the door as it opens. That's the point behind throwing the grenade at that spot. And then you'll get a checkpoint as you throw that grenade. But that's basically what the grenade is supposed to do. And wait like a split second before throwing the other grenades in between each other. You don't want to throw them too fast, otherwise the explosion will explode the next grenade away from the elites and won't do any damage. You want all 3 grenades to do damage to the elites. So if you throw 3 grenades, you're going to kill them. If you don't want to waste that many grenades, you can just throw 2 and then mow them down with the assault rifle. I mean, you could do that. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're more comfortable with. After that, pick up a plasma pistol and take out the remaining grunts. Now, sometimes a grunt runs out there, but wait back here for a checkpoint. And that's basically what you want to do for this first area. Just take it really slow. There's no need to rush. I mean, it is a speed run, but having more health makes the bridge fall a lot easier. It's a lot harder with 1 bar of health. So having more health definitely helps. So if you find you have trouble killing these 2 elites with 2 grenades, use 3. And then focus on killing all the grunts. Don't go out there yet, but like after you come to like this point and there's no grunts, just like wait back here for a checkpoint. Because the checkpoint makes this a lot easier. So yeah, pick up a plasma pistol. Take out your plasma grenades. There are so many enemies here. You should have plasma grenade drops. It would be incredibly rare to not have plasma grenade drops. Switch to your plasmas, overcharge your pistol after you get the checkpoint, and head out here. You want to overcharge this Red Elite and stick him with a grenade. That's your first step. Then you want to switch to a pistol, switch to your frag grenades, and take care of that grunt up there. Continue. If there's a grunt right there, shoot him. Then peek around the corner, take out any grunts. If there are jackals, throw a frag grenade. They are so difficult to deal with without a frag grenade. You run out, just like overcharge them and pistol them. Something like that. So let's do that a little bit faster. You can also use frag grenades if you want on grunts as well. And then there's only 3 grunts here. They're usually, if you shoot a few times and go past them, they're usually easy to deal with. But yeah, you overcharge the Red Elite. It could be to the left or right. Stick them, switch to your pistol, frag grenades, shoot that grunt, shoot that one if he's there. If there's jackals, throw a frag grenade. If you run out, overcharge pistol. And then these grunts, you can just headshot. They're pretty easy to deal with. Move fast through this area because there's enemies there. Sometimes they'll be shooting you, but once you get to like this point, they can't really fire at you. So when you come through here, just keep moving. Don't like hesitate like killing the grunts like this because those enemies are going to be there. Okay, I'll do this one more time. And then we'll move on. You always want to kill that elite though, otherwise he'll follow you. You can also use a plasma if you want. I mean, frag grenades are just easier because they don't have time to dodge out of the way. Yeah, come through here. Okay. We'll make a checkpoint right here. Okay. So this is the bridge fall. Basically, you drop down in 3 different stages down to the bottom ground. And you continue through the level without having any enemies loaded because you skip the triggers for them. However, you can actually finish the level by doing this. So it is an incredibly time-saving trick. Probably the most time-saving trick out of all the tricks in this game because normally this level would be like 40 minutes long if you had to fight through with all the enemies. But, okay. So when you exit the door, make a right. If there's a grunt there, headshot him. Jump up on this little ledge right here, hold W, and just like kind of gently fall off. And keep holding W, and then hold S like to the left when you land, so you don't fall off. This fall is really easy. There's nothing really too difficult about it.
I wonder if the ring's environment systems are malfunctioning.
Just hold left so you don't fall off at the end. You can fall in this V right here, which will instantly kill you, but it's really rare, and it's a quick revert anyway.
Interesting. The weather patterns here seem natural, not
so let's
artificial.
do that again. I also recommend having your flashlight out. I would also recommend killing this Banshee. Well, actually no, I wouldn't recommend killing the Banshee, because if you miss the second fall, you're going to have to do this again. I'm just going to kill it so it's easier to explain without having the Banshee around to interrupt me. Alright, that took a while. Alright, flashlight on, let's make a checkpoint. Okay. So that was the first bridge fall. It's honestly not that difficult. Just get on that little ledge, hold forward, come down. You can watch me do it again. It's not that hard. This second bridge fall is definitely the hardest of the 3 by far. Okay, so there's a little brown spot up here, a little black spot. I'll show it with the pistol to make it really obvious, but it's right there. Basically what you want to do is go off of it, like straight like this, and then when you start falling, turn to the right, and then start sweeping left until you fall, and then you want to hold forward the whole time, and you want to be facing the wall when you fall. It's a pretty difficult trick to do. It's definitely the hardest of the big four, in my opinion. I still miss it a lot, but I'll just do it once. Hopefully I get it first try. Okay, I did. Good. Yeah, so I can't really slow that down midway. You just need to mimic what I did. Just kind of gently sweep and be looking at the wall near the end, and just hold forward the entire time. Don't you just want to be holding W the entire time. Don't do A and D. Don't go don't try to strafe. You just want to hold forward and turn your view the entire time. But there's the dark spot. I kind of go off like this, and then I make a little right, and then I come back. Now, there's two different spots. You can do what I just did and land here, or you can slip off briefly, and then hold forward, and you'll still make it. If you get here, just jump, and you'll get to the top part. But if you slide down, still hold forward, don't panic, because you do have a chance of staying on this ledge. Let me just do it one more time. This bridge fall is definitely this part is definitely the hardest, so you just need to practice it. But I usually use this line to run off, then I switch my view slightly to the right, and then when I get there I start turning left. And basically the reason why you kind of want to sweep around is because of this wall right here that juts out. That wall juts out, and if you hit it, let me show you what happens if you just turn left immediately. See how it pushes you out? I can't believe I made that. That's so bad. I'm trying to explain why that's bad, and I made it. But you can see how the wall pushes you out. I almost made that one too. Maybe if I fall off a different area. It's really not working for me. I don't know why, but just trust me that the wall pushes you out and it's not really consistent, so it's better to go around the wall. Something like that. You can rewatch what I did a few times and just try to mimic it. There's nothing else I can really say about it. It's a really difficult trick. I just got it more often than I usually do, which is pretty good for this tutorial. For a tutorial, it's a lot better than me failing it over and over again. But yeah, you just want to go off at that black spot, have your flashlight on so it's easier to see, and just do what I did. When you get to this part, just follow this path I take and you won't fall off. Now there's 3 different bridge falls you can do for this part, but I'm only going to cover 2 of them. There was an old bridge fall that was used pretty recently that you fall down here and use this rock to slide, but it's not that consistent because actually this rock changes sizes randomly. So if you have too small of a rock, it's not good to use, and it's actually not the fastest either. Or obviously you could get really consistent at it, but I find it's not that consistent, so I'm not going to cover that one. There's a whole bunch of bridge fall tutorials on YouTube, and you could probably find one of them that covers that rock if you really do want to do that. But I'm going to cover the tree fall, and there's also another one further down that's pretty safe. But I'll do the tree fall first. So just follow what I'm doing. I jump up here, and then just hug the corner. You're not going to fall off here. Okay, I changed my mind. You are falling off, so jump up here. I forgot what I did. Yeah, you do jump here. So just jump there. So jump up there and then jump here. Don't listen to what I just said. Alright, let's make a save here. Now, I'm looking at my screen. It looks kind of dark. Let me try to, is there a way you could change the brightness? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, you can. Right there. Let me brighten this up a little bit. It doesn't look like I changed anything for some reason, so I'm going to change that back. Ah, I hit the wrong button. I don't know why it's not showing up in my video. Okay, so forget why it's still too bright. Sorry about that. Let me fix that. Okay. So there are two black strips right here. You can see, yeah, you can definitely see this one right here. That's the second one, and this one is the first. You can see this one a little bit better if I back up a bit. I'm looking at my video right now, and you can kind of see it, this black strip. You can definitely see it a lot better in-game, like when you actually get to this point. So that black strip points down to a kind of darker spot on this edge, and that's what I use to fall off here. So I have my flashlight on. It's actually turned off because I was taking too long, but it points right down to the spot right here, and that's what I use to fall off. So I kind of come and I fall off right at this spot. Like I go straight right here, and then I change my aim towards the wall, and then I hold spacebar. And then I hit the tree, and then you want to crouch at the end. It's a super safe fall. It's really consistent. It's not that much slower than bouncing off the rock. I'll do that again. So that is pointing down to the spot right here. So hold spacebar, and now sometimes you won't hit the tree, but no big deal. You'll just bounce further along. I mean, obviously it's slower to get pushed this way because you want to go that way, but it's a lot safer to hold spacebar and do this tree fall than any other method, in my opinion. So yeah, it's not that hard. You can go before the spot, after. I mean, as long as you hold spacebar. Okay, maybe not too far before. Pretty sure you can go like afterwards a lot. Yeah, but if you go too far afterwards, you're just going to be sent over here. So basically, you don't want to go before this spot, but you can go slightly after. So just choose a spot and just aim towards the wall and hold spacebar. That's all you have to do. Do it one more time with the actual tree fall. Like hitting the tree. You can also hit that rock, but it's a little bit harder because you need to hold crouch at the right time, otherwise you'll die. Right, I believe you go off at the same spot, and then you just crouch right before you hit the ground, and you're going to take a little bit of damage, but it's faster than doing what I just did, but it's a lot more riskier. I wouldn't really recommend it. You can try it out for yourself, obviously, but I would definitely recommend the jumping method at the bottom. But yeah, I just got it 3 times in a row. It's not that difficult. But that's certainly an option you can do if you feel confident with it, with practicing. And the final method I'm going to show is falling off right there, and then sliding your way down here. So let's do that. If you want to do that, I just jump right here. Try to jump. And then you go over here. It's really easy to fall off here, so slow down as you're going up over here. And just come to this part and inch forward. Hold backwards. Then you want to crouch when you like... okay. This is why I don't like doing this, because it is possible to die on your way down. But yeah, you want to hold crouch when you get to this part and then when you hit the ground. So if you like this method better, you can also try this method. I personally don't like this method because I die a lot to it. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But I guess right about here you can fall off. It didn't look like I died earlier. Then hold crouch when you... See, I don't like this method because a lot of people say it's the safest method, but I die a lot. I must just be falling down at the wrong spot. I don't know. Yeah, so hold crouch like when you get to that spot and then when you hit the ground. But I personally like the tree fall the best because all you do is like hold spacebar and you're pretty much guaranteed to live as long as you go off in the correct position. Yeah, and then just hold crouch right before you hit the ground just so you don't accidentally die. And then you want to make your way over here. If you did not kill the Banshee, there is a chance the Banshee will follow you. So if he's shooting at you and you have low health, duck around the corner here and then fall down here and make your way over. Like, see how you're kind of shielded from the Banshee? Like, not totally, but kind of. So it just helps a little bit rather than taking a direct path. But if your health is fine or the Banshee's not following you, just take a direct path over here and make your way to the ghost. The Banshee can still crush you here. So I personally like to keep track of the Banshee and just make sure he's not coming near me. If he is, just like dodge out of the way or something. But then you could just get into the ghost and the rest of the level is pretty self-explanatory. There is one important thing to note. Well, I guess a general strategy is you can hold spacebar or your jump button, like A, on the controller, so you don't like nosedive. If you're going over like rough patches, you can hold A to or spacebar to like lift up. See how like my front is lifting up? And then if you like fall off somewhere, you can also hold A so you don't nosedive. It's just a general strat. That's all it is. It just makes the driving a little easier. You get out of the ghost on the right side, so when you come up to these switches, you want to like kind of turn like this to get out. Then hit the switch. I'm on custom edition, so the switch doesn't look right. But get back in your ghost and just continue on. I personally let go of gas a few times, like going around the corners. Like I don't hold full throttle all the time. It makes the turn slightly better. For this switch, you can also hit it from the side. It's just something to note. But generally, you just come up to this wall and exit the ghost and just like mash. And then I hit the switch and got in the ghost. But that's another switch you need to hit. But the rest of this level is just driving with absolutely no enemies. Well, it's not all driving, but it's mostly driving. And then button switches. You got your last checkpoint in that area previously, so just be careful not to die. Like, don't be careless. Because if you die, you're going to be sent all the way back. You do not get any more checkpoints. But just follow this general path. You can also hold space here to go over that. And then when you go off this jump, hold space so you don't nosedive. Hold space to go through there. Normally you're supposed to go through that door because this Banshee up here is piloted by an elite. But since we deloaded all the enemies, you can just get inside the Banshee and fly it. Be careful when you exit the Banshee because you can die from the fall timer or something. I don't know, if you're careless, you could take damage. I lived there. But you just don't want to be too careless. See how I took damage? Like, you might take more damage than that. So, I personally just bring the Banshee down and get out. It doesn't waste that much time. Okay. I don't have a frag grenade to show you this trick, but I'm going to pretend I did. I'll just show you how to throw the grenade. So basically, we do a grenade jump here to get up here and continue on. Otherwise, we need to go through that glass or jump up there. We're on legendary, so your health really is not an issue for any of these. Alright, let me rephrase that. If you have a plasma grenade, your health is not an issue. If you have a frag grenade, your health is sometimes an issue. If you have 2 bars or more in the upper right hand corner, if you have 2 bars of health or more, you can do a frag grenade jump. And basically, I throw the frag grenade at this corner shortly after this part of the wall disappears from my view. So I'm coming this way. Shortly after, I throw the grenade. So I'll just show what that looks like. And then I jump when I get here. Now, that was a plasma, so it takes longer to get off. But using the frag grenade is pretty easy. You just throw it shortly after, and then you jump and then crouch near the top, and you'll get up there, no problem. The plasma grenade is a little bit more difficult. Let's say you have enough health, no frag grenades, but you do have a plasma. Again, you want to do this with 2 or more bars of health. Basically, when I hit that corner, I aim about here, and I throw maybe a little bit higher. So you want the grenade to land right there. Because in this game it's kind of weird, if it lands like on this slant, you actually won't get hit by it sometimes. It's really weird, so you want it to land like on there. So when I get here, I want to aim about there, throw it on there. I hope I did that right. Yeah, when you get on this platform, jump, and then crouch land near the top. And seems I'm getting the maximum height, so you can even wait a little bit longer and throw it, just to be safe. But the plasma grenade does not have as much power as the frag grenade, so you might not always make that jump. But that's something you can do. Alternatively, if you have 1 bar of health, you can throw the plasma grenade here and jump when you get here. And you can't see how I took no health damage there. Plasma grenades, when you don't jump directly on them, like this. See how that took some bars of health off? But if you jump while you're, or if the grenade goes off while you're in the air, you won't take damage. Like health damage. See how I didn't take any health damage, I just took shield damage. See, I didn't take any health, just shield. The plasma grenade only does damage to you when you jump directly on it. See, I took 1 bar of health damage there. So you can do a modified method. You can also, when you get to about this point, throw it near the bottom of that slope. And then you'll jump when you get on there, and you are not directly on it, so you won't take any health damage. That might not be good enough. Might not have. Okay, I did have enough power there. Okay, but yeah, you can see what I mean. This jump is more difficult because you don't have as much power, because you're not jumping directly on the grenade, and plasma grenades are already not as powerful as frag grenades, so it is possible you'll miss that jump. Now, that time I didn't even get hit by it. Sometimes you, like, slopes and stuff work weird in this game. Sometimes you might not even get hit by it. So I would definitely practice this. Okay. See, I took no health damage. It's a pretty, it's up to you whether or not you want to do that, because if you die from that jump from some reason, you get sent all the way back in that tunnel. Like I say, a very long revert. So if you want to play it completely safe, just break that glass. Don't fall down here. That's, you'll fall to your death. Jump through the glass and go through that hallway. You want to take a really safe route. Another faster route than that is to come over here, jump up here, and kind of slide and crouch on top of here. Like that. Now, you want to make sure you jump, like there's a little slant here, so just make sure you have your footing set to jump. But you basically crouch near the top and just go up that slant, this slant, not this one. Go up the right side and then kind of change your view over and crouch. It's not that hard of a jump. It definitely needs practice, but like it takes practice. And then you were jumping right there, but you have almost no running room, so you just need to jump like immediately after you start moving forward. Like that. And then crouch near the end if you have to. You can't press the buttons at the same time, otherwise you'll do what I just did. You need to press forward first, and then a split second after A. Basically right after A. And you'll get up there. Okay, let's move on. Just fall down here and go in this tunnel, whatever method you do. Okay. You can also do a grenade jump here, even if you have 1 bar of health. Again, same principle as before. If you don't jump directly on a plasma grenade, you won't take health damage. Okay, there I did for some reason. But just trust me that you won't take health damage. Basically, if you don't want to use a grenade, just jump up here like this. Just do that little series of jumps and you'll get up, but it's slightly slower than using an actual grenade. There's 2 places you can use a grenade. Use a grenade here to get up, although that grenade you're going to be jumping directly on, so let's make sure you have enough health for that if you want to do that. It's not that hard of a grenade jump. Or you can do this one. See how I took no health damage there? Because the grenade exploded there, and it exploded when I was in the air. like here. So I was like nowhere near it. If I threw the grenade here, I would take damage, but I purposely threw it further down. Let me do that one more time before I explain how to set it up. And you can obviously see that's faster than doing this, because I basically go up there right away. But it doesn't save that much time, so if you don't want to do the grenade jump, just do this. You need a running start. Okay. So basically, I throw the grenade when I get to about this point, right here. Like this, imagine a line. See how that's like a line right there? Just imagine that line. And I throw it, like my reticule's right above, like, right above there. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just don't want it too high up if you have low health. If you have more health, higher up is probably better because you get more propellant from it. You just throw it and then jump right before you get to this little what do you call it, angle right there. Because if you go over, you're airborne slightly, and then you won't be able to jump. See how I did that? I can press spacebar as I went airborne, and then I jumped when I jumped too early there. I jumped like as soon as I landed, but that's not optimal. But yeah, you want to be near the right. Jump as soon as you get here, and then kind of aim this way. So the idea is you're not hitting this part. You're jumping as late as possible, and then you're jumping this way, and then you need to crouch at the end just to make sure you make it. And I guess from doing it over and over again, you get a slight boost from hitting this corner. That's another benefit from doing that. You get a slight boost from hitting that corner. Now sometimes you'll make it, and not a big deal, just go back here. You really don't waste that much time doing that. Yeah, I spent too much time explaining this, so let's just move on. Jump through here and head towards this door. If for some reason you get lost in this level, you follow the arrows. On 2 betrayals, you are going the opposite direction. So you don't follow the arrows, you go the opposite way. Again, this Banshee, level almost over. This Banshee does have a possibility of killing you. So just be careful when you enter and exit it, that you're not like near it. And you just need to hit these 4 switches. Just make sure the Banshee stopped completely before you get in, because it does have a chance of running you over, and then you get sent very far back. Okay. You can skip this cutscene. You cannot skip this one. This is 343 Guilty Spark. Sorry, I moved my keyboard up too far.
The last transmission from the captain's dropship was from this area.
So I aim to the right of this rock right here and just take this path. Now, some runners do a grenade jump here in ILs, but you kind of want to save your grenades on this level, so just continue on this one. And we're going to do a rock jump right here. When I get about here, I jump onto this rock and I do not crouch. If you fall off, it's not a big deal, just like get back on the rock. You want to be on the rock like near the front, or near the back, I guess, like where that white spot is. When I get about like right here, I jump. And then I pause. And then you're jumping right up here. So you need to do a crouch jump up here. You need to crouch very late. But you do basically the same thing as all in the control room. You hold forward and then directly afterwards jump. And then crouch at the end. It's a slightly technical jump, but it's not that hard. You just need to practice it. Do it one more time. You can rewind if you need to watch it again. So when you're up, jump over this, and then take this general path, keep jumping, and just go this way. There's enemies up here, but you do not need to kill them, just run past them. The elevator is coming up, so just run straight, you're not going to die. And hit that switch to go down. Okay. This room is my least favorite in the entire game. Not just this level, but the entire game. This is what most people do. They drop down to the right, and they take care of the grunts. Somehow, like, I'm not very good at this. I really hate that method. Basically because I'm just bad at like killing grunts in general. What I recommend is dropping down to the left, especially if you're new. Drop down to the left, hide around this corner, and take out the 5 grunts from here. Now, ideally, you do not want that door open and the jackals coming out, but sometimes that just happens. And if that does, basically throw a plasma about here and just like move down this way, away from them. And just kind of make your way in here like that. I mean, this room is extremely dumb. I hate it so much. I lose so much time here compared to other runners doing this on Legendary because I take the super safe way, even though like everywhere else I do the optimal way. Like every other location in the game I do the optimal way. Okay, here's a good example. The door is closed, so you can come up here. You want to swap out eventually a plasma pistol for your pistol. Come through here, throw a frag grenade in that corner, and then continue through here. That's the basic strat. I mean, if the door's open, you kind of want to take the roundabout path, and it's really dumb. I can't really give you any advice. Don't worry about those enemies. Just like run past them. If you hide around this corner, they shouldn't really even bother you, really. Unless you like stand here and they get your attention. But just continue, get a plasma pistol. Swap out for your pistol. Throw a frag grenade in here. Wait, and then go through and like kill any jackals that might be alive. Hide around here, and I would recommend waiting here for a checkpoint. You should get one if they do not see you. You should get a checkpoint here. Now, your next goal is to distract one of those jackals. Like, basically do what I just did. Don't just try to run through without killing anything. Like, you might live like I just did, but it's better to distract one of the jackals. And also, the door might close, and if you hit a jackal towards the door, it will open for you. Okay. Needs plasma. Right here, you want to do a plasma grenade jump. up here. Otherwise, you need to go through that door, go into another room, go up top, come back out here, and then go through. This grenade jump right here saves a lot of time. The fastest, well, not the fastest, but one of the fastest ways to do is throw a grenade about there, jump up, and then jump. That's basically the fastest method. But when you throw that grenade, you have to make sure you land up here properly and jump basically right away. If you want to take your time, just like jump up here. You can either throw a grenade here or on the ground, doesn't matter. See, I don't like doing that because I lose track of my count. Yeah, I guess that would be a lot better. Throw the plasma on there and then jump up. You need to time your jump, but if you throw it up here, it's not that bad. And then crouch when you get to the top. So I'll do the other one more time. So get your plasmas out and continue. And when you get down here, just hold left and mash enter to skip that cutscene. Okay. Get down here right in this little crevice and align your plasma pit, your assault rifle like that. So get down here, the bottom of your, like the bottom tip of your assault rifle, right above like the bottom of the door. And when the door bulges the second time, throw a plasma grenade. And that should take out everything behind the door. Because in this room, your goal is to clear out all the popcorn flood. And you'll know if you killed everything when down here in the bottom right, the reticule, you'll see that big group of flood over there, like the big red dot. You'll know everything's killed. There's 3 different doors flood are behind. So yeah, I killed everything. Come over here. Yeah, you do have extra frag grenades, so you can throw a frag grenade at that door and then throw a frag grenade at that door. Yeah, I don't believe you need any other frag grenades in the level. You might want to save 1 frag grenade so you have 2 left. So yeah, throw a plasma here, throw 1 frag at the other door. Now that time it didn't kill everything. That'll happen sometimes. Just kind of go in and clean up. Now if the flood are already out, don't worry about throwing a frag grenade. Just come over here and take care of them. Now this door has a lot more popcorn flood. You need to kind of go over in this corner and shoot them to get them all out. Yeah, once you kill enough of them, you'll hear music for this door to start open. Let's just do it one more time, I guess. Maybe this time we'll actually kill everything here. Ah, okay, I didn't hear it go the first time. I could have sworn that only bulged twice. It's supposed to bulge 3 times. One, 2. Then just come over here and kill the flood. I mean, you can use extra grenades if you want. I personally like to save those grenades. You want to have 1 frag grenade for the escape, I stand here in this corner. You want to have one frag grenade for the escape, one plasma for a grenade jump, and ideally a frag grenade for another grenade jump. So you want to have two. Well, I guess you don't really need the other frag grenade for the other grenade jump. Use a plasma for it. But you want 2 frag grenades here and 2 plasmas. Yeah, you want 2 frag grenades and 2 plasmas when you get to this door, because you're throwing a frag grenade as soon as the door opens to take care of the flood behind the door. For these set of enemies, it's really important. So that's basically what you want to do. You want to take out those enemies without shooting. Otherwise, it alerts the flood at the top to come down the hallway, and they just block you. And you have no weapon that's really capable of clearing out the enemies fast enough to get through, and they'll just melee you to death. So what I do for this, I throw the grenade at that spot, and then I circle around and jump. That way I don't take any shield damage. And just come up here. Don't shoot even if they block you in the hallway. Try to like jump around them. Okay, let's say your frag grenade misses for some reason. You want to throw another frag grenade. You don't want to shoot the flood. Like, use up your other frag grenade. It's not that big of a deal. You can. There's backup strats. You technically don't need to do any grenade jumps, but the grenade jumps just save time. So if that happens, use your other frag grenade to kill the other flood. Don't shoot. Otherwise, you'll attract the attention of the flood up above. Let me show you what happens when you do something like that. Okay. Well, I guess if you shoot down here, it doesn't really matter, but once you start shooting, like, on the ramp, so say you're, like, trying to kill an enemy here, they come down and they block you. I mean, it's possible to get past them, but it's a lot harder than it needs to be, so just don't shoot. And get up here and continue on. I like to jump over here, but you can just walk around. Go through this door. Drop down here because that door is locked on Legendary. On Easy, you stay up top because that door is open. Okay. This grenade jump. I actually taught myself this grenade jump right before I started this tutorial because I actually didn't know how to do this grenade jump before, but it's actually pretty simple. I just need to figure out the right spot. I believe you throw the grenade when you get to this spot, like this first barrel, box, whatever. When you get to that, throw the grenade like right there. Then you'll be doing a grenade jump up here to go through that door. There's a bunch of enemies up here, but the door is open, so you'll be able to go right through, even though you'll take damage. There's a health pack right afterwards. So let me show you what that looks like. Something like that. I mean, there's a health pack right here. There's a bunch of jackals right here, 4 of them. But generally, they won't kill you before you get through. But basically, you throw the grenade when you get to about this point at that wall. Then you jump into the wall and then hold crouch as you slide up the wall. So you jump into the wall right here, hold crouch when you get near the top. And it's a pretty simple jump. It's not that hard. The only thing is you have to be moving somewhat to the right, like jump into the wall but at an angle so you're not hitting that ceiling right there. And also Yeah, that's about it. You jump into the wall so you don't go forward too much and hit the bottom of this thing. Then you hold crouch at the top, and you should get up pretty easily. I'll do it one more time. I used to do a much harder version of this. See, that time I didn't throw the grenade in the right spot. Right there. Again, it's not in the right spot. It still might work though. Okay. Alright, let's say you got that. Oh. I should mention, what if you get the jump wrong? Say you tried the jump and you miss it. Go over here, get a health pack. Try to wait for your shields to recharge. And then go over here and just jump up these boxes. The jackal should move over there and you should be able to go through. And then I guess if you don't want to attempt the grenade jump, just head straight for the boxes. These boxes are a real pain to get up. And then head through the door. You can also grab the health pack before you do the boxes if you're low on health. But yeah, that's basically the 3 different options for this room. So yeah, go through here, pick up the health pack, and continue. Hit the switch and go down. Sometimes that flood will jump on here, but he'll actually deload when you cross the loading zone, so you can just ignore him, even if he's meleeing you. Okay, when you get to this point, just be holding forward the entire time, and you'll be able to slide off there. You can also hold crouch when you almost hit the ground, so you don't take damage. Make sure you have your flashlight off when you pick up this camo, otherwise enemies can see you. I should have mentioned that in Truth Reconciliation. Turn your camo off, otherwise enemies will be able to see you. See how they can still see me. So, turn your camo off. Crouch near the bottom, pick up the invisibility. Oh, I actually got a checkpoint there. Okay. I did not need to make one. You could do a grenade jump here, but you're so low on grenades that it's really not worth it. This jump is kind of hard. Basically, you need to jump when you get to like this little corner right here. You'll be jumping towards here, like right about here. And then immediately after you land, look left. And just keep holding forward so you don't slide off. But you need to hold crouch very late. Otherwise you won't have enough height to make it. But I usually pick up the camo and make like a sort of square and line myself up before going. Jump as late as possible, hold crouch, and turn left. It's not that difficult of a jump, but it's still kind of difficult. See, now sometimes you need to jump really late, so sometimes you'll just jump too late. So I made it there. Sometimes you make it and then you bounce off. But yeah, that's basically what you want to do for that jump. Jump basically as late as possible. Hold crouch. Like, see, that happens a lot. Like, you'll kind of bounce off. And if that happens, you have to revert to save. Revert to save if you miss this jump. Because you want your camouflage to last as long as possible. I only meant to mess up one of those. Okay. When you get to this point, kind of go forward until this, like you're on this part of the slope. And again, do the same thing as we did before. Hold forward, and then immediately afterwards press jump. So that's all you need to do, but I'm going to do this faster now so my camo lasts. You want to do, when you get camo, you want it to be like as fast as possible. Okay. You don't really need to pick up a shotgun, but if it's there, you might as well. Just follow this path I'm taking. Okay. When you get to this point, let's make a checkpoint. There's basically 3 different options of continuing from this point, and you want to be kind of thinking ahead. If you have grenades for a grenade jump, which you should, you can do 2 different grenade jumps. The hardest grenade jump is the safest, I guess you could say, because it skips enemy spawns. The first grenade jump is faster than doing no grenade jump, but you don't have a shotgun for enemies. And then doing no grenade jump, you have a shotgun, but the enemies spawn, and it's also slower. So let me do the no grenade jump first. You come over here, jump up here, get the shotgun, jump up here, and continue on. Your camo should still be on at this point. Let me save the last checkpoint in case I get some more. Yeah, let's go. Come up here, kill any flood that are over here, hit the switch, wait a split second, then go over, and throw your grenade like in there. Actually, I didn't cross fast enough. Those enemies didn't spawn. Let me do that again. Come on here. Ah, that might have been too fast. If it was. No, it still killed the enemies. But yeah, you want to throw a grenade in here to kill the enemies, and then kind of go forward. Alright, let's try that again with a plasma. I had my frag grenade out before. There, that's better. Then just continue through and get in the elevator and hit it to go up. Okay. That's the method with no grenade jump. Okay, you can also do a grenade jump up here, but you don't have a shotgun to deal with those enemies later on. But you kind of use that slope and then move over as you get near the top. This grenade jump's pretty easy. Even with a plasma, you just need to time it right. Which I did not do. Like, you want to practice. I never do this grenade jump, so I don't really practice it. There. You can see that it went just fine. Then continue on. You don't have a shotgun, so you kind of have to do this without a shotgun, so it's kind of difficult. And honestly, I would not recommend this unless you got a shotgun from the previous, like right after you got the camouflage. Don't do this grenade jump unless you get a shotgun. Yeah, that's basically what I would recommend. Okay, and now the final grenade jump. So you skip past here and you stay underneath. Then I would come over here. I'm gonna make a checkpoint here so I don't get screwed up. It's basically the same as the previous one. Kind of throw the grenade, and for some reason I keep on doing this. It seems slightly different for some reason. I need to find a better method. I usually don't do this. There, that time. You actually have to get used to, you need to practice this a bit. But yeah, there's no real markers around to tell you where to throw the grenade, like there were for the other ones. But that's basically what you do, and what you notice is no enemies spawn here. That's what makes this grenade jump really safe. The only enemies there are in that room, and basically they can't fire at you because then you come right through here. And these enemies do not spawn, so you don't have to worry about getting a shotgun or anything. There's also another variation that I do. I throw a grenade about right here, like I face the... I face the ground a little bit, and I throw a frag grenade at the ground when I cross the corner, and I pause, and then I jump. And then I get up like that. It's slightly more difficult than the other one, but I should also note that in case anyone else wants to do it. If you don't pause, you'll do what I just did there. Like, you don't want to have too much forward momentum. I'm not getting this. I should really learn that plasma grenade one because that seems a lot more consistent than this. But I use a frag grenade for this because it gives you a lot more power getting up there. Yeah, that plasma grenade. I usually could rewind and watch those plasma grenades. I would actually recommend that one. Just practice it. But, okay.
This is Echo 419. Chief, is that you? I lost your signal when you disappeared inside the structure. What's going on down there?
So grab a shotgun, grab health if you need it, and take this path. If there's flood here, shoot them. There were no flood for me. Sometimes you'll get a checkpoint here. I did not, so I'm going to make one. Okay, just kind of ignore these flood. If they drop right in front of you, shoot them. Okay, good. I got the big rock. Basically, when you get to this area, here's how the final area works. You need to kill 2 sentinels, the 2 sentinels that spawn, and then the level ends about 8 seconds after the last one dies. That's basically what the level is. Although you don't want to come straight down the middle because there are so many flood around and they're just solely focused on you. So it's, even though it's just slightly slower than going down the middle, it's a ton safer. Basically you're going to use this rock as cover. You're going to jump over this rock so you kind of break your line of sight with those floods. And then continue on around here, and then you're going to take out the sentinels. And it's a lot safer than going down the middle. So this is the biggest rock, which is probably the hardest one to get up, so that's good. Like I said, rocks in this game can be random. This can be much smaller. But you want to come here, jump, crouch, and then jump and crouch. That's how you get up this rock. Jump, crouch, and then jump and crouch. Again, you're going to have to practice that a little bit. But it's not that difficult to get up. Every single route that spawns here, you can get up. Like, there's no route that you cannot get up. Yeah, then your line of sight is broken, so just continue this path over here. And when you get a certain distance, the sentinels will spawn. But just come around here and wait for them to kind of move around a little bit and wait for the flood to engage them. And then peek around the corner. You can see them pretty clearly on my screen, on Custom Edition, because they have shields around them. But that was very simple, and then just try to stay alive for 8 seconds. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so these sentinels are not like enemies, so you can't overcharge them. That would take them out really easily. But that's also why you want a plasma pistol, because it is so much easier to kill them with a plasma pistol or a plasma rifle. than like a shotgun, for example. But we'll do that one more time. So jump crouch, for this big rock. For smaller rocks, they're not as difficult to get over. They're just like easy jumps, I guess. And then if you see flies, I never saw 3 before, but okay. Just kill them and move over here in this corner. And then just wait for a little bit. Never saw so many flood follow me by doing this. Alright. Then one sentinel fell down. I think there's one more somewhere. You can also look at your radar for yellow spots. One is going to be Guilty Spark, and the other one... Okay, I guess the level will end it. Sometimes the flood will kill the sentinels, but basically, by going this route and staying out of the middle, a lot of the flood that spawn around you don't have weapons, so they don't really drain your shields that fast. So it's really... Sorry. It's really safe doing that. This cutscene is skippable, and this one is. Okay, library. Let me open up Spark Edit for the library. Is it C10? I think it's C10. Nope, C10 is Guilty Spark, C20. Okay. So this is the library. Let's get down to where we start. Yeah, those blue spots are where we start. Okay, and this is where we are. View, edit, mode, triggers, view, triggers. Okay. So, this level, like a lot of levels, has triggers on it, but we're going to skip some of them. So we don't have to deal with some enemies at the beginning, because we don't have a shotgun, and it becomes a lot easier. Because there's a door up here that we have to wait for. Where is it? Right here. And there are a bunch of enemies that spawn, and we don't want to deal with them. So, on this level there's a lot of enemies that spawn in places, but there's actually spots you can stand where the enemies just won't bother you. So you're going to spawn in this one right here. That's your co-op partner. But basically, the door will not trigger to open unless you hit 2 load zones, and this is the first one. This is the first load zone right here that we have to hit. So we're going to take this path, come over here, hit this load zone, and then come back, do a grenade jump up here, and then jump on top of here, and jump in the middle of the room and go through that door. So we could do a grenade jump and go right up here, but we missed this trigger, so we need to hit that. I guess technically, I'm gonna have to look into that. I guess you can crouch up here too. Maybe you could do that, or maybe even stand here. That might be something worth looking into. I'm actually going to test that out in this tutorial that I'm looking at Spark Edit. This is the trigger that you need to hit, and this would save some time from going up here, turning around, if you just go straight up here and then drop down, go in this little corner. So I'm actually going to test that out. But basically, when you hit this trigger, you're good to go. Go over here, go through this door backwards, and there's another trigger we need to hit, which is this one right here. This trigger. And then after you hit those 2 triggers, you can go to the door and go through. So that is very, very interesting. I thought we knew everything about this level, but that is something very, very interesting. Okay, let's test that out. See how we can do. I might have just found out something new. We will see. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we would do normally. We would come up here. See Guilty Spark? If you skip the trigger, she'll just stay there. And you need her to open that door. But she just stays there unless you come here and hit this trigger. And then you can see her go by. Once she starts moving, you know you hit the trigger. You can come back here, do this grenade jump, and then do this jump. And then continue through that door. But I also want to try out this trigger right here. So you can kind of hear the music right now. When you don't hit the trigger, there's no music. So that's my cue to let me know I hit the trigger. So let me try that real quick. So yeah, you want to jump up here. Jump across. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to look further into that. It doesn't look to be like it's working. Okay, so let's just do this. Go up here. I'll experiment with that some other time. So yeah, Guilty Spark stops there. You hear music start. Come over here, do a grenade jump. Do a jump, and we go here. Okay. Now, this part. Alright, so let me make a save here. And let me go over flood bumping really quickly. Flood bumping is a major trick in this level. Very useful trick. So basically this flood is a reviver. You'll see him pop back up. See how he pops back up? That is the basis behind flood bumping. The first flood I killed was not a reviver. This flood at the beginning with a plasma rifle is always a reviver. And on legendary with 2 pistol shots, they go down and then they come back up. So basically enemies in this game are solid objects, like you can't push them or anything, like they stop you in your tracks. But when they fall down and die, or if they're revivers and they just fall down, they lose their hitbox. So you can like walk over them and stuff. And then if you stand in the correct position, when they respawn, you're like going to be inside of them, and the game doesn't like that, so it teleports you away from them a short distance. And we're going to use that to our advantage at random doors in this level. 3 to 4 of the doors. Those doors. So that's the basis behind flood bumping. Just a really short explanation of it. This flood at the beginning with the plasma rifle is always a reviver. See him get up. He got up. Yeah, see how he got up? He is always a reviver. Every other flood in this game, well, I guess that guy is never a reviver, that one. But every other flood besides those 2 are random. So this level has a lot of RNG in it. Basically, if a flood is going to be a reviver or not. So this is the basic path I take. Because I personally like to flood bump on the first door, and it really does not waste any time if you don't get it. I come through here and I go to the left. I shoot 2 shots at this carrier. He boosts that guy. I shoot him once to kill him. Then I run over here to hit the trigger, and I shoot the carrier twice, and that leaves just that 1 flood alive. Now I let the flood come up and smack me. Let the flood come up and smack me. And then I shoot his arm off. That's what I do. And then that means he comes at me faster, and it just makes it a lot easier to flip him. But basically, when you hear Guilty Spark say her taps or whatever, you know you hit the trigger. Now you want to make sure that flood is away from that carrier when you shoot the carrier. And then I let the flood smack me, and I move slightly left, and then aim for his shoulder to shoot his arm off. That's just something you're going to have to practice. And also, if for some reason you don't get this pistol ammo, like it bounces away, I would recommend after shooting the flood's arm off, coming over here and grabbing it, like wherever it lands. Because you're going to need pistol ammo later to do flood bumps. So let me do this in real time now. I missed. I did not want to save that. I missed. Alright, sorry about that. Basically, if you miss, it's kind of hard to do the flood bump. Because the flood follows you so slowly if you miss. Okay, follow me. And to get him to follow you, just keep firing your assault rifle and follow this path. You can see him on your radar. He's always going to follow you. So you don't have to like turn around and make sure he is. When I get to this point, I stop firing and I'll make a checkpoint. And this is where we're going to do the flood bump. So basically, we're going to round this corner here, get into position very fast, turn around, let him turn around and shoot him twice. And then get into position, and then he'll revive and teleport us. That's the basic idea. So let me show you how it's done first. This might not be the right. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, this is good. See how you get through the door, and then you jump twice to get through. I messed up that second jump. Okay, so basically you round this corner. Let me save this checkpoint, kill him, just so I can talk about this. So you want to round that corner, and anywhere that it doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter where. You just want to be like to the left of this little wedge right here. Where is that? Really? Oh yeah, he's a reviver. That's why he got up. Okay. So you just want to be. Okay, I'm taking too long to it. It's fine. You want to be like somewhere around here. Look down and see these spots right here. This first dot right here, and I guess like right here. Anywhere in between here, these two dots. Anywhere in between here, when you look straight down, you want your pistol reticle to be in between them. So basically, run straight up to the wall and like backtrack until you're like right around there. And then the flood should be behind you. He should smack you. Turn around him. Let him turn around all the way. When he stops moving, shoot him twice. Then get just like over him. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay. Now you have to do this kind of fast because he's right behind you. Now he moved forward before I shot him, so this isn't going to work. You want to shoot him before he moves forward. You don't want him to move forward at all. He is too far forward. He didn't smack me. Like, he kind of swatted at me, but he did not smack me. So you don't want that to happen. You want him to actually smack you. Like I said, if you don't get this bump, it's not a big deal, because this door opens pretty fast anyway. But I just want to show you a successful bump. There, he hit me. This should be good. No, he's not cooperating. This first door bump is very difficult because this flood comes around the corner so randomly. There, this one should work. Okay, I'm gonna make a save right here. So basically, you just want to be over him, and then you'll get bumped through the door like this. You just want to be over him. That's all. It doesn't really matter how far. Well, yeah, you don't want to be too far left or right. Like, you'll still get, but be somewhere like in the middle of his body, and then you'll get through. And then what you want to do here is just jump up and then hold forward a little bit so you go over this first little hump. So jump up, forward a little bit, and then jump up, forward, and hold crouch. And then you'll get up over there. You want to be near the left side when you do the second jump. It's just something you're going to have to practice and get a feel for. It's kind of hard to explain. But you don't want to jump forward too much, otherwise you can get stuck inside the door. So, okay. Spent a good amount of time explaining it. If you don't get the bump, just wait for the door to open. It doesn't take that long. Okay, now, there is a faster way to get this shotgun, but I don't know it currently. So, Josh, Twitch name J2TEHTON. He has a highlight of doing this shotgun grab really fast, but that's just something I don't know currently, so I'm just going to show the current method that I know. So come over here, stand about like right around here, and after that first flood pops out, throw a frag grenade right there. And then that shotgun is going to blast towards you, so just pick it up, and then basically just kill this flood. The flood are really easy to kill with a shotgun, so they shouldn't really give you too much trouble. But yeah, if something like that happens, well, I guess sometimes the shotgun lands up here. Sometimes you have to keep an eye on the shotgun to see where it goes, but you need a shotgun, so try to pick it up. But after you do, continue on. Don't shoot that guy. Let him like get hit by that carrier, because sometimes he drops a grenade and then the carrier explodes, which explodes the grenade and then kills you. So that's bad. I recommend killing those enemies before continuing, because then you should get a checkpoint up here. Yeah, see how the guy's checkpoint? This area is a lot easier to just run through without killing enemies. There are like a lot of areas in this game where that's the case, and this is one of them. Actually, I think an infinite number of enemies spawn if you just stay in one place, so it is better to just continue on. So, after you get that checkpoint, there's going to be a flood that pops around the corner. I think a Needler. Yeah, Needler flood. Kill him, and then kill these four over here. But be strafing like the whole time, because there's two of them that have assault rifles. If you're strafing, they actually will not hit you. Just like strafe the whole time as you ground that corner. Just like strafe and kill them. And then after you kill them, just continue onward. Don't linger around, because these flood are going to follow you. Like, there's a lot of flood here. Like, they're going to follow you. See how they're just running towards you? That's what they're going to be doing. So don't linger in one place. Come around here, shoot this Needler. Strafe as you kill these guys, and they won't hit you. And then continue on. If you have a plasma grenade, that will help in the next area, but it's not crucial to have a plasma. So I'll just fire it one more time. There. Let me go save right there. if you have a plasma, throw it right here. And you pick up the health pack and go down here because it's going to take out some of those enemies. There are a ton of enemies right here. So what we want to do is go down here, grab the health pack, but we want to make a quick escape. Like, we don't want to go through the tunnel and up here. So we want to do a grenade jump and use the fact that as the overshield is charging up, you're invincible. So let's see, if you have a plasma, throw it. If not, it's not a big deal. Don't waste your frag grenades, you need them. Because you already used 2 of them. I have 4 right now, but I already used 2 of them. 1 for the shotgun and 1 at the very beginning. So in the worst case scenario, you're only going to have 2 at this point. So don't waste your frag grenades. And see, like, these enemies are really close behind you, so you want to be constantly moving. So throw your plasma if you have it. If you don't worry about it. Switch to your frag grenades. Pick up the overshield, throw a grenade, and then jump up here. Now that jump is a little bit difficult. As you see, I just missed it. But you just want to make your way over here and just don't worry about the enemies behind you, just keep running. If you have an extra frag grenade, like 2 of them, throw a frag grenade there to take out those enemies and just continue through like the path I just did. Like, you can see I have like full health right now. And I exited that tunnel like after I killed those 2 flood with like barely any red shields remaining. Usually you have green shields, so you can imagine how much health I would have right now. So I'll do that without throwing the plasma this time. See how I still have green shields? Just ignore all the enemies. If you have 2 or more frag grenades, use 1 up here. If not, just shotgun these enemies. And then see how I still have green shields? I mean, it's really consistent. Just look at how many enemies there are. They're all chasing you. It would be extremely slow and dangerous to like try and kill all of them. It's just so much safer, quicker, and more efficient to just run through this area. Just stay towards the right, don't do anything, just run in a straight line. Because there are so many enemies and you can get yourself into a really bad situation if you just linger. So just follow what I do. I kind of use these things as shields from the enemies behind me. These barriers or whatever. Yeah, I have a lot of frags, so I can use 1 there. And then just continue over. Okay, you can rewatch that if you want to. If you do that part fast enough, these enemies up here won't spawn, but if they do, just throw a frag grenade at them, and that'll take out most of them. See how they spawn? Just throw a frag grenade like that, it'll take out most of them, just clean up with the shotgun. But just continue on. So that's the first floor of this level, there are 4 floors. Okay, worst case scenario, you have no grenades at this point because you had to use 1 at those set of enemies. Okay, this door up here, we do not fight or flood bump through. So we can actually trigger Guilty Spark and then backtrack, and that will skip the enemies from loading. So you want to go straight up here until you see hold for monitor in your upper left. Hold your position, turn around, and just go up here and wait. When Guilty Spark comes out later and gets to about right there, we will start continuing through the level. But for now, just wait. Sentinels will take care of them, or most of them, and the enemies will not spawn. There's a health pack and 2 grenades over there, so you don't need to go down there. You can get a health pack if you need one. Oh, I just missed that. Guilty Spark. When it gets to that point, just follow over here. Pick up the 2 grenades, help back, go through the door. There are a bunch of enemies down there, so we are going to skip them by going over here. Be careful not to fall off down here because you'll die. Just like run right about here and jump and crouch over each of these. Make sure you have frag grenades at this point. We are going to be jumping through this. Normally there'd be a bunch of enemies here, but we skipped some triggers. They're all down there. Wait for her to open that door and just do a simple grenade jump through. Now, a couple different things here. If you have 2 or more grenades at this point, you can use grenades to take out these enemies. But if you have only 1 grenade, I would use the shotgun on these enemies. So let's do the plasma version first. If you have a plasma grenade, just throw it as soon as you turn around that corner and wait. That will kill all the flood. If you have a frag grenade, like an extra frag grenade, turn around the corner, wait a split second, then throw it. That'll kill the enemies. The reason why you want to wait a split second is because the plasma grenade takes longer to detonate. So if you threw the frag grenade early, there's still flood running up, and they would not die from the frag grenade. If you don't have grenades, just lure them over, and then take them out around the corner with the shotgun. If you're running low on shotgun ammo like I am, some of these flood have shotgun ammo, so you can pick up. Whatever you do, pick up the shotgun ammo if you need it. There's also a health pack over here on the wall. It's custom edition, so it fell down. There's a health pack on the wall. Regardless of your health, you're going to need a health pack. Most likely, unless you have shields for that grenade jump. And then continue down here and kill the 5 carriers. There's 5 carriers. And continue. Oh yeah. I would recommend killing these popcorn flood too. Okay. There are 2 different ways to do this, but for newer players I would recommend doing the safer way, because if you die in the rocket hallway, you're going to be sent all the way back to that door. Like just after that grenade jump through the door. Whereas you can get a checkpoint right here if you do the safer way. So I'm going to show the not safe way, and then the safe way, just because I'll get a checkpoint doing the safe way. So I'm going to do the riskier method first. Basically, you shoot this guy that comes down. There's going to be a guy that pops down. Shoot him. Look up to your right. Shoot that guy. Look up to your left. Shoot that guy. Throw a grenade like at the top corner of that slope, so it bounces over, but not too far. And that will take care of the rest of the guys. And then you just continue onward. Then just continue on. You don't want to be lingering here for a while. Just take out flood as they come down. Shoot these carriers. Shoot carriers and clean up the enemies. And continue on. Shoot that guy. Needler, shotgun. Again, the enemy spawns are different, and you're basically just continue on towards the elevator. That's the basic way. That was an ideal situation. I didn't die from that rocket and shotgun guy in the rocket hallway. That hallway is really dumb. It's killed so many of my runs before. yeah, just clean up some of these enemies. You'll need to kill all of them. Shoot the carrier. Shoot the carriers down here close to the rocket and shotgun guy, then clean up the rocket and shotgun guy, and just continue on. Don't stop moving, even if your health is low, because so many flood spawn, you don't want to be around them. So yeah, that's basically what you do. Okay, let's do the safe version now. You do the same thing as I do. Shoot, 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 grenade, and then you backtrack. Throw that grenade, backtrack, and wait for a checkpoint. And then you got your checkpoint, come back out, clean up any flood. There actually shouldn't be any flood here, so just jump up here and continue and do the same thing I did. Clean up the flood here. Shoot that carrier. Around the corner, shoot the carriers by the rocket flood, and then clean up. Don't linger. There are so many carrier floods. One of them might like explode and drain your shields. But even if they do, it's still safer to just continue on. Maybe you can wait here for a second if you need to. But yeah, do it one more time. This part is really difficult, and I don't really have any more advice than what I just did. Just continue moving. Don't stop moving. Again, this is another area where continuously moving is so much safer and better than not. You can use the carriers to lower their health and then finish them off. Okay, so let's continue on. Again, you're probably going to need to practice that part a lot because it is very difficult. I'm very surprised I didn't die in that hallway once, like out of all the times I did it. When you get on here, move to your left and kill that carrier. And wait here for a split second because floods spawn here. So you don't want to be in the middle because they can still shoot you. Alright, third floor. The floor that we basically always get 2 flood bumps on. You don't need to, you can just wait. But flood bumps save so much time and they're pretty simple once you learn them. Okay. Alright, at this point you need to kind of do a self-check on yourself. See how your health is, how your grenades are, and how your ammo is. I'm in basically the perfect situation. I have full grenades, excellent ammo, and full health. I'm like in the ideal situation, so I could just go forward, no problem. If you have low health, maybe like 3 bars or less, I would recommend grabbing the health pack up there, right in between my reticule. If you have low grenades, basically for the dark door, as we call it, the next door, you want to have at least 1 grenade, but preferably a plasma and a frag. It's kind of hard to explain, but you need 1 grenade. Like, you absolutely need 1 grenade, but you will be picking up that grenade right there. But you also want a frag grenade as well. But basically, if you need more grenades, just kill all these 4 enemies and scavenge them for grenades. If your pistol ammo is low, that human flood right there has pistol ammo. Like, if you missed the pistol ammo from earlier in the level, and your pistol ammo is at like 24 in like the 30s or lower, you're going to need pistol ammo for the rest of the level. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend pick up pistol ammo. Shotgun ammo, these 2 flood that pop around the corner, they have shotgun ammo, so that's not really an issue. Yeah, so that's basically it. So when I round here, I usually take care of these guys. Then kill these guys. If you need pistol ammo or the health pack, come up here. There's also a shotgun over there, but we don't use shotguns. And then continue down here. Okay, this hallway is really dumb. I don't have a consistent method for it, but basically we want to delay a checkpoint we can get further down the hallway. So you don't want to linger in this hallway too much. You want to be basically running straight through. Otherwise you may get the checkpoint, and that makes the dark door bomb pretty impossible unless you get it first try. So basically what I do is round this corner, use an entire clip on those guys, throw a frag grenade, or not frag grenade, a plasma grenade down, and then finish them up with a shotgun. And the plasma grenade has the added benefit that it chain reacts grenades that might be on the ground further down, so that when I kill the carriers further down the hallway, they don't chain react the grenades and kill me. That's basically why I throw the grenade down there. So I'll show what I do. Hopefully I don't die. So yeah, I kill those. Blood, come up here. Jump. Now, once you get to this point, you're not going to get a checkpoint because enemies are here. Yeah, that's basically what you do. If you're low on grenades, just don't throw that grenade and just hope you get lucky. Yeah, basically what that just was. There's nothing really else I can say about that tunnel. Sometimes it's really dumb and you just get killed. But the checkpoint's not too far away, so it's not really that big of a deal. That was bad. I should have, yeah. That was completely my fault. I should have shotgunned them and bat-trapped a little bit. I don't know what I was doing there. Like trying to go around them. You don't want to do that. You can survive one of them exploding, but not two. Yeah, so kind of bat-track. So yeah, come up here. Get your plasmas out. Yeah, get your plasmas out if you have them. Run by this guy, don't like shoot him. Run up here, and let me make a save right here. Let me see, if you have 3 grenades and one of them is a plasma, there is a way you can delay the checkpoint even more so you don't waste too much time on this flip bump. Basically, when you jump over here and hit the ground, you want to throw a plasma grenade at the back wall. And then when that grenade explodes, you'll get a checkpoint that you were supposed to get in the tunnel. However, if you don't throw the grenade, there's a chance you can get the checkpoint really early. Because if you're playing on 60 frames per second, jumping doesn't delay checkpoints. So there's nothing you can really do to delay the checkpoint. You can always shoot, but I don't like doing that because you can always attract enemies. I would just recommend either, if you don't have the grenades, not throwing the plasma or throwing the plasma. So yeah, when you hit the ground, throw the plasma at the back wall. Yeah, see how I got that checkpoint right there? Alright, so this is the dark door. These 3 flood always spawn in these same positions, and they're always the same type of flood, which makes this flood bump really recreatable because it's the same scenario every single time. the flood we're going to be using is this one, the flood bump whip. We could also use that one. I'll show you the flood bump for that one as well. We will never use that guy. He's just too far away, and there's just not a really consistent method to get through that part of the door. It's a lot easier getting through the left side than the right side. So basically, if you have 2 frag grenades, I would recommend using them. Like 1 frag grenade, 1. And that takes out those 2 enemies so they don't interfere with you when you're flat bumping. If you have a plasma frag, use the plasma and the one against the firewall, and then frag the closer one. If you only have 1 grenade, throw your 1 grenade at that side, shotgun that guy, and get ready to flip bump. You have to be, I personally don't like the 1 grenade method because you have to do it kind of fast, but it's still possible. Okay, so this dark door is, it is entirely possible to get a flip bump because at this point where you get the checkpoint, these flood are not loaded yet. Let me see if I can open that up and spark at it. I don't know what it looks like. I never looked at it before, but let's see. We need to go to the 3rd floor. Two, 3. Turn off triggers just so I can navigate. Okay, that looks like, yeah, that's where that is. Okay, this is dark door, right here. Why is it not loaded? I'm on the 3rd floor, aren't I? Am I on the 3rd floor? Hold on 1 second. No, I guess that was the 3rd floor underneath. Okay. Okay, let me just find where I am. Where is this? Just continue. This seems like the 2nd floor. I'm really lost. No, this is the 3rd floor. That's the, okay. Okay. I know where I am now. Sorry about that. I just wasn't prepared for this. I didn't really think I was going to. Yeah. Okay. This is dark door right here. Yeah, okay. There's the 3 flood that always spawn there. 1, 2, 3. Here's where we got our checkpoint. Right here. And let's look at the trigger. Well, that totally bad. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. I was actually inside the trigger. Okay. That kind of backfired because the checkpoint we got was right here. Okay. You know what? Completely forget what I said there. Basically, let me, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. So basically, when you're right here, the flood are not loaded yet. So every time you revert to save, you get a new set of flood, and they could be revivers. That guy was not a reviver. Remember, 2 shots, they revive. See how he went down 2 shots? That was a completely different set of enemies, and he revived. So basically, you can retry this over and over again until you get a reviver for this door. Like that. Okay. So, I'm going to make a core save. Core save or a regular checkpoint? Let's make a core save. I'm going to keep doing this until I get... He's not a reviver. Okay, so let's revert to save. Make another core save. Nope. Okay, now he's a reviver. So let's use this core save. Core load. Okay. So every time I load this core save, this guy is going to be a reviver. And that works for our purposes. Okay. I just have to remember not to revert to save. Okay. So grenade those two guys. And here's the thing you want to do. See how there are 5 gray bars in between these 2 black bars? You want to be... You want the flood to be slightly left of that middle bar. Like, this is a good angle right here. Or maybe right in the middle of that middle bar. Like, this is a good angle to shoot the flood at. Okay, another thing you want to make sure... The flood can't be moving. He needs to be stationary like that. Like, you don't want to shoot him when he's turning around. Like, right here is fine. Like, his, not the position, but, like, the flood itself. Because he's not moving. If you shoot him while he's moving... I didn't really do it there. But if you shoot him while he's moving, he's going to fall down in a random spot. Whereas if you shoot him when he's stationary, he's going to fall... Oh yeah, I forgot I wasn't core loading. If you shoot him while he's stationary, he's going to fall down like in the same spot every time. Like he's always going to fall in that position. And that's what we need, like a consistent setup for this. Alright, so let me start actually doing this. So you want to grenade those 2 guys without that grenade, obviously isn't going to shoot that guy or kill that guy. So you want to line that guy up right, shoot him, and then come over here. Now, I paused it. There's this little black dot. Can't really... Like, you can see it. It's to the bottom of my reticule. It's like a small dot next to a larger dot. That's what I use to line up. Let me pause it when I'm actually in the right position. Yeah, I was. Let me pause it when I'm in the right position. Basically, I use that dot to line up. Okay, that's the position I get. Basically, straight up against the wall, not crouching, just standing still. And you want your reticule to be like in that spot in relation to that small dot. Like either right above it or slightly to the left of it. I think if I went perfectly horizontal, it would be slightly to the left of it. But that's the spot you want. And then when you get bumped, you're going to get bumped inside the door. And when you get bumped inside the door, this door is really difficult because you need to move fast. Otherwise, flood will swat at you and potentially push you outside the door. So as soon as you get inside the door, you want to jump like immediately. Just like hold spacebar. And then move forward slightly, kind of like the first door. And then jump. And hold forward and then crouch. You want to do this really fast, otherwise the flood will swat at you. And get through it like that. And then you should get a checkpoint if you don't like delay in that door. That door is super, super easy to get stuck in. Like, that's the worst door, in my opinion. So yeah, there's nothing else I can really say. When you get through, you're good, you get a checkpoint. There's usually a rocket guy here. So have your shotgun out and try to take him out like as soon as possible when you round that corner. Yeah, there's nothing else I could really say about this. Just jump immediately after getting through. Otherwise, you have like something like that happen where you kind of get, see how it's like kind of getting stuck. You can't really see it that well in the video, but when you actually do it yourself, you kind of get stuck if if you don't jump immediately. I don't know if you could see that, but I'm like kind of getting stuck. But yeah, just practice that door a lot. It's really useful to get that skip because that saves like 45 seconds if you do it first try. Because that door is really long to wait at. If you have to, like if you fail the bump or don't feel like doing the bump for some reason, there is a health pack here you can grab, like if you're low on health. And then there's not too many flood. There's like a few flood and then mostly carriers. Like they're not too bad to deal with. Just wait for the door to open. That's all. But okay. I want to show you the other flood bump if for some reason you prefer it. So you want to throw the grenade so it doesn't kill that guy, but the guy on the left. And for this, you use this black bar right here going up. This black bar right here. Use that to line up the flood. Oh, actually, this is probably, yeah, he's not a reviver. Let me load my other save and get a better save. It's not the one I wanted. Where is it? I hope I made a save. I didn't. I'm not going to play through the level again to get a save there. I really wish I saved that. So this is all I have. He's not a reviver, unfortunately. But just trust me. Line him up with that black line. Shoot him twice. And then position yourself right here. So shoot him. Position yourself right here, like this little wedge, and then there's a black bar and a silver bar. Position yourself right here, and you'll get the flood bump. And then you want to run towards the corner. Like after you get the flood bump, run towards the corner, look slightly right, and then jump over. Or alternatively, you can just kind of jump at an angle, I guess. This door is really like finicky with how you can move through it. You can also jump at like an angle like that and then jump over. But most people do the flood on the left. Most people flood bump through here. Yeah, that flood bump's not hard. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that. Get a checkpoint, shoot that guy. Continue on. If you have a plasma, great. Jump over here and then throw the plasma about there so it takes out those guys. If not, just shotgun those guys. Make sure they're killed because you're gonna get a checkpoint here. If you have another plasma, it makes this part easy. Just kind of aim it towards there. I mean, I usually get that stick, but it's more of a feel. I guess you could look at my video to see like where I throw it. I don't really have a lineup. I just usually get it. Yeah, flood always spawn on top of that thing over there. Sometimes they spawn up here too. So after you throw the grenade, shotgun that guy, and then just move over like to the left and just kind of keep moving and just like shooting flood. If you die, you have a checkpoint over there, so it's not a big deal. But this part, it's not too bad, but it can be a pain if you're going for a fast time. Because dying here really sucks. Dying anywhere sucks, but it's just annoying. Okay, if you kill all the enemies, you should get a checkpoint up here. So pick up these grenades, health pack. If you have a plasma, throw it down here to take out these guys, these shotgun guys. If not, throw a frag grenade. Because there's 3 frag grenades there, and there's 2 up ahead, so if you waste one here, you're still going to have 4 at the end. See how that took them out? So yeah, just like throw a frag or a plasma here. Shoot this guy if he comes around the corner. Shoot that guy if he spawns there. Continue on. If a elite flood spawns, like the version of the flood that looked like this, kill him. If not, continue. Don't shoot the smaller flood, like the human flood that could pop out of the wall. Only if an elite flood pops out. So, continue on. I'm actually gonna make a save back there, in case none of these flood are revivers. So jump over those carriers, shoot this one carrier that spawns, so he explodes and kills those guys. Shoot your shotgun until this point right here, and then stop. Come through here, go around the corner, pick up the grenades, health pad, wait for a checkpoint. Come back around the corner, see if that guy's not a reviver. See who is a reviver. No. No. Maybe shotgun guy, but he's going to be killed by that carrier. This case, nobody was a reviver. So that's basically what you do for this door. In this case, you're basically unlucky. Nobody's a reviver. So what you do is come over here and wait behind this door. And no flood will spawn. Okay. So let's try to get a reviver so I can show you. But if you get no reviver, it's just really bad luck, and there's nothing you can really do about it. So let's come back here and get fresh spawns and hopefully get a reviver. That was really unlucky, getting 4 human flood and none of them being revivers. Okay, I just died there. That happens. I mean, it sucks, but what are you gonna do about it? You don't want to linger around too long because, like I said, on this level, so many flood spawn. It's just faster and easier to just run by a lot of stuff. And see, that time I didn't die. It's just completely random. Stop shooting there, otherwise flood will follow you through here and you won't get a checkpoint. Get a checkpoint, see who is a reviver. Again, you only want human flood. That one looks like he died before, or was a reviver. If flood already revived, they're not going to revive again. So you want to make sure. I'm not getting any luck here. Okay, that plasma rifle flood. Let's try to isolate him. So try to isolate that guy. Throw a frag grenade down there. Okay. Ah, crap. You know, I'm gonna do that again. I did that too late. He's too close to me. I'm trying to make a save near the door so I can show you guys, but I don't want to make it when the flood is so close to me. Okay. Once you have your... I did not mean to core load. Why did I do that? Alright. Try this one more time. I'm going to do game save. Totally unsafe. Come on. Let's go. I have to take that one. Okay. So for this flood bump, alright, let me save this checkpoint. Kill this flood so I can explain the positioning, and then we will flood bump using the flood. Okay, so you want to get in this door like this, turn around, and you want your pistol reticule to be between here, like between those two dots. So anywhere along this like slanted line, you want to be your pistol rifle. That's where you want it to be. Then let the flood hit you. See ya. Anywhere there. Let the flood hit you. Turn around. Let him turn around completely, and then shoot him twice, and then get into position. So let's try that. Alright, that is very bad. You want him to come and shoot at you. Hopefully he does. I hope I did not get a soft one. Why is he doing this? Oh, this is so bad. I hate when they do this. Okay, that's better. Let him hit you, turn around, shoot him twice, and then go forward. Again, center in the body. Jump slightly forward, jump, crouch. And you clear this door. This door is very easy to get through. I really wish I didn't have such a bad flood. I mean, sometimes they just stand there and shoot at you. Okay. Came forward, turn around. See, that time was bad because he wasn't completely turned around. So when I shot him, he started turning to get towards me. And then I shot him again. And he fell down in an awkward angle. So you want him to be fully turned around before you shoot him. And then shoot him twice and quit succession. Stay in like the middle of his body. Jump slightly forward, and crouch. Of course, that time I messed it up because I was trying to explain it. It's a lot easier to just do it fast and fluidly. Why am I messing this up? Okay. Whatever. When you get through, continue. Actually, first I should, No, I did mention what to do if you didn't get a flip bump. But... Alright, so when you continue through, there's no enemies here. Okay, let me, load this up. Let's pretend I did not get the flood bump or any revivers. Let me show you what to do at the store. So we'll wait here. Let's see. Game speed 5? Think that works? Yeah. I just want to speed this up. You have to wait 90 seconds at the store if you do not get the flood bump, so it saves a ton of time getting the flood bump. Game speed 1. Let me go to checkpoint. Alright. So when the door starts to open, you want to throw a grenade over there to distract their attention. That time it didn't really work, but oh, actually they were coming over because they saw the sentinel. But as soon as that door starts opening, run over here, throw a grenade, and continue on. This time I had to shoot them. There's some shotgun ammo here. Throw a grenade about here to take these enemies out. Shoot that guy who comes around. And then I would collect grenades here. Try to get as many grenades as you can. You ideally want 4 grenades at this point. Doesn't matter what they are. It would be a lot better to have more frags, but plasmas are fine too. And then get on this elevator and continue. Alright, 4th floor coming up. There is a flood bump here. It's pretty hard to get, but like most of the time we don't get it. Alright, there's a health pack there if you need it. If you have 4 grenades, use one here. If not, don't. Like, throw one down there. shotgun that guy closest to you. If you don't have grenades, shoot all those guys. Come over here. If you have more than one frag, use it in the store. Otherwise, use a plasma and just jump through. You want to be doing that pretty fast because let's make a core save here. Because you want to enemies are spawned around you, so you want to get through there as soon as possible, so they don't all start shooting at you and you die. Okay, right here I'm going to try to get a reviver out of this door. So make a core save here and let's try to get a reviver. If you don't want to do a flood bump here, just wait over here and nothing will come over. And you just wait for the door to open and then you just continue on. Alright, if you do want to get a reviver, hopefully. Basically, you only have one shot at this. It's random what flood come out of here. You want to look for a human flood, not this kind. And then you want him to be a reviver. Basically, you just come over here, wait for him to... Well, let me get a reviver first, and I'll show you what you should do. Okay, good. He's a reviver. Good. That was fast. So basically, if two flood here spawn, shoot the other one. You want this one to follow you in this corner. Alright, he's standing there shooting me. If that happens, just don't even try the flood bump. See, I don't know why he's doing that. I hate when they do that. It's so annoying. Like, you want them to follow you. Yeah, like this. When he gets around here, run up to him, turn to the right, and shoot him twice when he, like, stops moving. When he's looking straight at you. And then just get in position about halfway through, and then you should get bumped through. That time I didn't because the position was slightly off. I really hate how they do this sometimes. I really want to try this, or show off this flood bump, but this flood isn't here. You know what, I'm just going to core load. Try again, another one. I really want to show this flood bump off. Okay. So, game save. Switch, see if we use the reviver. No, I have to core load. Core load. Like, it's totally random what flood spawn out here. If you don't see a human flood, don't even attempt the flood bump. It's not worth it. There's too many enemies that spawn afterwards. Nothing spawned that time. Sometimes nothing spawns. Okay. Please be a reviver. Nope, of course not. This flood is very rarely a reviver for some reason. Like this human flood that spawns. Oh, I meant to save it. Might not core load. Chances are that guy was a reviver. Why is this taking so long? Like, this is complete RNG and there's nothing you can do about it, even like in this tutorial. Like, I want to make a checkpoint to see if you... Okay, good. Finally. Thank you. Alright, so let's try this again. So he comes out. If he's alone, shoot so he follows you over here. And then come up to here, turn around, shoot him. He's too far forward. I messed that up. This flip bump is really hard to do. Okay. Stand about here. You get in, jump forward slightly, and you want to jump towards the left for this one. For some reason you can't jump over that, so jump towards the left, and then you get through. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry that took so long, like 2.5 minutes or something. Show that off one more time, I guess. So yeah, shoot as he comes out so he knows you're over here. Get in this corner, otherwise he usually stands there and shoots you. And then continue on. If you don't do the flip bump, just wait for the door to open before continuing. It's the same thing. There's no enemies that spawn over here. Alright, so level almost done. At this point, depending on how many grenades you have, hopefully you have 2 frag grenades at this point. I used a ton of frag grenades, so I only have 1. You want to use a frag grenade for that door up there. You could use a plasma, but it's just easier using a frag grenade. Let's see, I have 3 grenades, so I can use 1 here for that flood. Probably won't. Yeah, it did kill him. Okay. So yeah, I use 1 here. You can also throw a frag grenade there if you have some. You want to save 1 for that door. 1 there. And then you want to throw 1 like against that wall. Like sometimes there's blood that spawns there. And then just jump over here, wait for this door to open. When the door opens, throw a grenade, and then jump. That door pauses slightly, then opens again, so you want to time that correctly. Then jump through a bunch of flood spawn here, so just keep moving. See how a lot of floods spawn there? They might shoot at you, but you usually get a checkpoint right before they spawn. So you should be able to go through. Show that off one more time. Then sometimes a flood spawns here, so I just throw a grenade. As soon as the door opens, throw a grenade, then jump, crouch. And I usually go through that door towards the left. Like I don't go through the center, like jump through that hole. And then the level ends when you land over here. And then you have a 63-second unskippable cutscene. Okay, so that concludes part 2 of this tutorial. I hope you found this useful so far. If you have any questions, you can ask me on Twitch when I stream, or probably better, you can post in the comment section for this video, and I will try to respond to all questions, including part 1 and part 3. I don't think I mentioned that in part 1, but okay. Thank you for watching, and look forward to seeing you in part 3.